Next, let's take a look at how we can use an already existing slideshow and power it with Pear. I know in iReady that they provide Microsoft PowerPoint files for you to use with your students for their lessons. You can take those PowerPoint files and you can upload them into Google Slides and turn them into interactive Pear Deck slideshows to use with your students. If you have other PowerPoint files or Google Slides files that you want to make interactive with your students, you can use the same method. So to do so, I've already downloaded the iReady PowerPoint onto my desktop, and now I've opened up a new Google Slides presentation, and I'm going to import those PowerPoint slides into Google Slides. To do so, I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go down to Import Slides. There's a couple of ways to do it actually, but this is the method that I like best. So you're going to click on Upload, select a file from your device. Remember, I've already saved this PowerPoint slideshow onto my desktop. So here it is, iReady Grade 3 PowerPoint. I'm going to select it and click Open. It's going to upload my slideshow slides. And once it does that, I'll be able to select the specific slides that I want to import into my Google Slides slideshow. If you want to import all of the slides, you can simply select all. If there's certain slides that you want to import, you can just click on those certain slides that you want to import into your slideshow. So again, you can click all and you'll just import all of them. So I'm going to select all of the slides and then I'm going to click Import Slides. You will see then over here on the left-hand side that all of these slides have now been imported into my slideshow. Again, that first slide will still be there. It does not add the slides on top of already existing slides. So if I want to delete that first slide, I can simply right-click on it and I can go to delete. So now I just have my 9 slides from my iReady PowerPoint presentation. Again, you can use that method with any other slideshows that you already have created or that you have from any programs that we use. Now I want to power these slides and turn them into Pear Deck interactive slides. So I will see over here on the right-hand side, I don't have my Pear Deck add-on opened yet. So I will need to make sure that I go back up to add-ons, Pear Deck for Google Slides add-on, and click on Open Pear Deck add-on. That will open the Pear Deck add-on over here on the right-hand side. And now that I already have slides that I want to use, I'm not going to go into the template library. You certainly can, and you can add some templates within the already existing slideshow. But first, I want to take some of these slides that already exist and add interactive questions to them. So I can see that this first slide, this is just a title slide. I'm not going to add an interactive question here. But if I take a look at slide 2, it says, show 384 using base 10 blocks. I want the students to be able to respond to this question on their screens. So underneath Template Library, it says ask students a question. And you have different options here of question types that you can add to already existing slides. So this one, create that number using base 10 blocks. I think I'm going to use a drawing slide. So I'm simply going to click where it says draw. And what that will do, since I'm not using a template and I'm just asking students a question and I'm selecting that draw question, what that does is it automatically puts a drawing response question type attached to this slide. So I know now that this slide is a Pear Deck powered slide because down here at the bottom it has my Pear Deck toolbar. Students draw anywhere on the slide. I can see that it's Pear Deck interactive slide. Do not remove this bar. Again, this is the teacher view as you're building the slideshow. So you're not going to see that toolbar right now that the students will see once we're live with the students. So I can go through the different slides and I can see on this one that there is some text that I want the students to respond to. So for this one, I am going to go ahead and add a text response question to this slide. Again, give it a moment and you'll see that it adds the question to the current slide. So it doesn't add a new slide, but it adds that question on top of that current slide. So you can go through and you can add any sort of questions that you'd like to each of your slides. If you don't want to add a question to a slide, that's absolutely fine. You can just go to the next one. You can always go to your template library and you can add slide templates from the library as well. So if I wanted to add this template, for example, I can select it. And since this is a template that I'm adding, it will be added as a new slide onto my slideshow. So I can see here now it is slide 6, and then all my other slides after that got kind of pushed down. You can always rearrange where the slide is by clicking and dragging it to a new location. So if you didn't want it at slide 6 and you want it at slide 5, you can always move it around. So you can add templates in, you can take the already existing presentations, and you can add those question types on top of an already existing slide.